Hey, what is up guys, Phoenix here, and today we are building part 1 of Monokuma from Danganronpa. So I released a time lapse, I think it was last week, and we're going to start it off today, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this. So what we're going to do first is I want you guys to get about 15 to 20 blocks off the ground, because the build will dip a little bit back down, about 10 or so blocks. So I just want to make sure you're not touching the ground. You're going to need about 175 to 175 space. This is the center of the build, so if you're splitting it in half, make sure there's like 75 space that way, about 75 space to the right, and about 150 blocks up, which is one of the mega builds. Anyways, to start off, we have this one single block voting, and we're going to put 5 to the left of it and 6 to the right. So let's go to the left first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the opposite side, let's go to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Now from there, we're gonna start going with some diagonal stuff. And I would think I want to stick with the left side, so we're gonna go down into left, which means our placement block will go to the left side. Let's go down into left 10 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, that's perfect. Then after that, we're gonna up into the left 7 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up into the left 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2. Up into left 2 flat. Again, but except this time, what we're gonna do is on the right block, we're gonna get like a little bit of a ridge going, so let's put 1 on top of it. And on the left block, we're gonna use that to start the foot going back down. So what I want you to do from there is go down to left 2 vertical, down to left 3 vertical, and we're just basically getting a nice oval shape for the teddy bear's whittle foot. So it's a whittle, and it's gonna start flattening back out, and then it's gonna eventually ridge back up to the top. So it should be perfect. So let's go down to left 2 vertical now. Down to left 2 single. 1, 2. And now here's where the flats kind of kick in. So let's go down to left 2 flat. Down into left 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the lowest point in the build. So let me actually measure to see how far from the original spot it was, just in case if somebody wanted their build to actually touch the ground. They would need to leave their original 12 flat. Let's see how much above the ground. So let's move this over here and see if we can measure it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they would actually only need to be about 7 or 8 off the ground. I think it'd be 8 is safe if they wanted to make sure that their build exactly touches the floor, but I think it's safer this way to have the extra room underneath, just to make sure you don't bump into anything. Anyways, we're gonna go up and to left from this 4 flat now. So put your placement block on the left side or top, 3 flat. Up and to left 2 flat. Up and to left 2 singles. 1, 2. Up and to left 2 flat again. Up and to left 2 single. And now we're going to switch over into the verticals to get the foot shaped into a nice oval spot, and then we'll go back into the tummy, and then it'll just go up into the arm. So it's a very simple build. I like this one a lot because it shouldn't take too long, and even if I do a lot of parts for it, the parts should be simple. So from there, we're going to go up and to the left, and we're going to go 2 vertical, up and to left 1 single, up and to left 2 vertical, up until left 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Farthest point to the left now, up until left 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now let's start bringing that back in. So we got enough of it shaped out. So we're gonna start going to the right side now. So let's put a placement block on the right side and go up and to right 2 vertical. Up and to right 2 single. 1, 2. Up and to the right 2 flat. Up into the right 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. So now you're starting to see that it looks like a foot. Until we start doing the stomach and stuff on both sides, it won't look too much like a foot. But if you've seen the thumbnail, you already know what it's supposed to look like, so you should be fine. Don't worry about it. Anyways, from there, we're going to put an extra block to the right, so it should be 9. But the reason I didn't include this in the original 8 was because this is going to be a vertical. So what we're going to do is from this next block, let's put 1 underneath and 1 to the right. And then we're eventually going to add stuff to the top right here. But let's keep going to the bottom right corner and finishing that up, because that's going to be a little bit of a ridge. So what we're going to do from there is on the bottom right, we're going to go down to the right 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Down to the right 2 flat. And from that 2 flat, let's find the left block right there and put 1 underneath. Now what we're going to do, now that we have this R-shaped kind of thing going here, we're going to up and to the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down and to the right 2 singles. And that just creates the perfect little like knee shape for the teddy bear, or whatever you want to call him. He's not really a teddy bear, but it's like he looks like one, so that's what I'm going to call him one. Anyways, now we can go back to that that block at the end of the 8 flat that I told you we're going to start adding blocks to eventually. And we're going to put, I think, about 6 on top of it. Let's try 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to zoom out and see how that looks. Now, it does look a little bit weird from the cameraman right now, just because you see like his leg is like just going into it. But once we start rounding it out, it should be fine. So let's start going up and to the right from there and actually start doing that. So we're going to up and to the right 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up and to the right 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just clean up my workspace a little bit and make sure everything looks fine. And I forgot to put myself invisible last time, I think, but this time I'm invisible, so it should be easier to work with the build so that you can see the right hand camera screen without my body moving around on it. So now we're going to up and to the right 2 vertical 3 times in a row. So 1, 2, that's 1 time. 1, 2, that's 2 times. 1, 2, that's 3. Up and to the right 1 single. Then from that 1 single, we're going to put 1 block on top. And let's add 2 to the left from there and 3 to the right. So that should actually be perfect, because now we are done with the bottom half of his stomach, and his arm kind of cuts off a lot of the belly. So that's what we're doing right now. And we can actually keep doing the outer shape. So I'm going to put a placement block on the right side to signify that we'll come back for it later. But on the left side is what we're going to keep working with. Let's go up and to the left 2 singles. 1 and 2. Up and to the left 11 vertical. So put a placement block right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And let's drop back down. And you can delete that block right there. And we can just zoom out so you can see kind of what we're working with here. It's almost end the head actually, so that's pretty cool. And I think I can rotate the cameraman because he's like at a weird angle. Whenever I build this, I never know if he's looking at the correct angle or not until I build a lot of it, and I see that the cameraman's kind of looking at it indirectly. Anyways, from the 11 vertical, we're going to up and to the right 3 vertical. Up and to the right 2 vertical 4 times in a row. So placement 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and finally 1, 2. Easy. Then from there, we're going to up and to the right 2 singles. Up and to the right 2 vertical. Up and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 2 flat. And that actually starts where his head will begin. Like this indent of 2 flat is where his neck kind of crooks in from the circle of his head. So it's fine. We actually will continue here. I was going to jump to the right side maybe and continue from there, but I think we'll set up a little bit of the left side, or we'll just go through with it all the way. I don't really know what I'm doing right now. So might as well just keep building. So from the left side of that 2 flat right there, we're going to go up and to the left 1 single. Up and to the left 2 vertical. Up and to the left 1 single again. So now we just have a 1, 2, 1 pattern. Up and to the left 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2. up and to left 1 single again, up and to left 3 vertical, so 1, 2, 3, placement block, 1, 2, 3. And here's for the longest part of his face. We're going to go up and to left 17 vertical, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And like I said, that's the farthest point to the left of his head. So it's going to start like kind of jumping around. And his ears go out a little bit farther than that, but this is just for the roundness of his head. So we're going to go up and to the right now. 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on the 5th block, so this one right here, we're going to put 1 block to the right. And on the top block, we're going to go up and to the left 1 single. And that's where we're going to continue shaping out the ears basically. So after that, we're going to up and to the left 2 vertical now. Up and to the left 7 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's get to the top of the build now. So we're going to start going to the right side. So you can switch your side of the placement blocks. Like I say, whenever you switch going up and to the right, you put your placement block on the right side or the top, and it's very simple to do that. So we're going to go up and to the right 2 vertical. Up and to the right 2 single. And we're going to use that single to kind of transition into flats. So we're going to go up and to the right 2 flats now, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, placement, 1, 2. Up and to the right 3 flat now, 1, 2, 3. And now we can actually start dipping down with the ear. So let's go underneath it with our placement blocks and go down into the right 2 flat, 3 times in a row. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Easy. Now from the 3rd set right there, we're going to go to the right block and put 1 underneath. And that kind of just shapes out the ear. Now it doesn't look too spectacular, but once you're done with the entire build, I'm pretty sure it's going to have the shape that you want. So that's fine. So we're going to start going up and to the right now. So let's go up and to the right 2 vertical, 4 times in a row. I mean 2 flat, sorry, not 2 vertical. 2 flat, just like this. And we're going to do that 4 times. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now the numbers are going to get really big. We're going to go up and to the right 3 flat. Up and to the right 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on the 2nd block in the 6 flat, what I want you to do is put 2 going underneath it. And what we can do later is that's going to be the split, because the right half of his body is going to be black and the left half is going to be white. And this is part of where the kind of face splits up. So we can come back to this later when you want to do the face. Anyways, from the 6 flat, we're going to up and to the right from it. 9 flat, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're already almost at the right ear, so that's perfect, because then we'll start bringing it back down. So from there, we're going to go underneath for a quick second. We're going to go under and go down into the right 2 flat. Then we're going to ridge back up so we can shape out the ear, because as you can see, the ear pops down, then back up into a circle shape, and then back into the head. So we're going to go up and to the right 2 flat. Up and to the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right 2 flat again. Up and to the right 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we can start curving down into the right and hopefully meeting up with the rest of the body. So let's go down into the right from this. 2 flat. 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Down to the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down to the right 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then down to the left 2 vertical. So now that you have both ears shaped out, because that's where it indents back inward, we can start making the circular kind of shape that we have on the left side for the face. It's going to be roundish and it's going to come back in towards the neck, but we're going to just round it out. So we're going to start. It's going to be a bunch of verticals, so just bear with me. Try not to get too frustrated. The numbers do get kind of big, so it goes pretty quickly, but it does get kind of 1 and 2 repetitive. So let's go down to right 1 single. Down to right 2 vertical. Then we're going to do that again, so 1 single and 2 vertical in that same order. So you have this kind of just repetitive pattern. After that, we're going to go down into the right, 2 vertical 3 more times in a row. So ignore this first one. We're doing 3 more after it. So 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So your thing should look something like this. We're then going to go down into the right 4 vertical. And here's where the numbers start getting bigger. Down into the right 7 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And from there, we're going to start looping back inwards. So we're going to go down into the left. 6 vertical first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now, this is going to be kind of weird because I do believe there's like a kind of slant in the neck where it doesn't end on the left side where it does on the right side. So this is where the neck kind of ends because he's like tilted to the side. We're going to go down to left 2 vertical. So now we're going to start going back to the right because this is where the neck ends and shaping out the arm, kind of like we have over there. The arm starts a bit higher up over here. But like I said, he's at a slanted angle. We just need to make up for that with a lot more blocks. So we're going to go down into the right 2 vertical. Down to right 1 single. Down to right 2 vertical again. Down to right 2 single. 1, 2. So we have 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. From there, we're going to go down to right 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2. Placement block. 1, 2. Down to right 1 single. Then the numbers are going to start getting bigger. We're going to go down to right 2 vertical 2 times in a row. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Down to right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down to right 2 vertical again. Down to right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go 4 and then 5 vertical 2 times in a row. So down to right 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I said 5 2 times in a row. So we're going to do that. Just make sure everything is lined up and looks like this. So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the first time. Let's get a placement block there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the second time. Perfect. And like you can see, the arm does extend, like it's almost as equal as the left side. It just took a lot more blocks to extend down, which isn't a problem. Sorry for the pauseness or shortness of breath. Talking a lot without my mouth is very dry, so I'm trying to talk and keep my voice normal without it cracking and stuff. Anyways, we're gonna go down into right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3, and we're at the hand now, so it's gonna kind of poof out. Down to right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. Down to right 1 single. Down to right 2 vertical. Down to right 3 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Down to left 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to left 1 single. Down to left 2 vertical. And on the bottom block in that 2 vertical, we're going to add 1 to the left, just so that we can transition easier into the flat blocks that we want to use. This might look a little weird to you because we didn't do any of the hand on the left side, but this is actually needed as outer perimeter blocks just to get to the foot and stuff. So we're going to go down and to the left, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left, 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we're actually at the line right before the foot. So this is perfect. We can just jump into that and hopefully complete the build, or at least make things meet up where they're supposed to. So what I'm going to do is go up and to the left from here, 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to mark that. We can come back to that later. That's going to be a kind of a mark in his stomach. That's going to take up the side of his right belly at least. But we need the bottom block right here. So you can keep your placement block here, because from there we're going to go down to the left to 7 vertical. And we can't make that bridge between this 6 flat over here and the 7 vertical we're now putting without that 8 vertical going up there. So that's why I did it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Down to right 5 flat, and let's start shaping out the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. down to right 2 flat, down to right 2 single, down to right 2 vertical, down to right 8 vertical, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. And now we're gonna start going to the left, because you're probably wondering at what point do we start reaching over for that block, and that's where we're going right now. So we're going down to left 3 vertical, 1 2 3, and put your placement block to the left every time now, because we're going to be switching flats and verticals. But no matter what we do with flats and verticals, if we're going down into the left or up into the left, the block needs to be on the left side. So it might be easier just to put that there from now. Whew. So we're going to go down into left 2 vertical 4 times in a row, 1 2 1 2 1 2, and one more time, 1 2. Down to left 3 singles, 1 2 3. Oops, I fell. Okay, I'm not gonna try and do that again. Down to left 2 flat, down to left 1 single, down to left 3 flat, down to left 4 flat, 1 2 3 4, and that's the lowest part of the foot, so we're gonna start bringing it back up and reaching out for that little point over there. So from that 4 flat, we're gonna go up into the left 3 flat, up into left 1 single, up into left 2 vertical, up into left 4 vertical, 1 2 3 4. We're then gonna go up into left 2 flat, down into left 2 flat, and then down to left 18 flat. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18. Perfect. So for once it met up perfectly. That's the exact outer frame of the Monokuma bear. So we're gonna do inner detail stuff next time. I kind of want to take a break right now and just kind of rehydrate and make sure my voice is okay, because I don't want it to start cracking. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. We actually completed the frame for once. Usually I stop at exactly the 15-minute mark, even if I don't have a lot of it done. But we did manage to do the entire frame, so that's pretty good. So if you guys did like the video, be sure to hit the like button and suggest other builds. I do have stuff like Rose Quartz, maybe some Hero Academia builds, and some Five Nights at Freddy's stuff, but you guys can still suggest things to me, and I'll probably check it out. This is Phoenix, and as always, I will see you guys later. Bye.